There's a big involvement in what we call freedom. Freedom of restoration, freedom that has to do with the involvement of Biafrans, and freedom of becoming. It's getting more interesting and everybody is beginning to see that very light they hated from the very beginning. You see, there's this victory we call the victory of the Biafran race, the victory of the Biafran people, the victory that has to do with commencing and retaliating in every format. I will always say that one good turn deserves another, one bad turn deserves another. It all depends who wants to hear this. But the message is getting clearer by day, clearer by night. Every zone that we have taught and preached in the past must understand that the games that are being played by some forces were not and cannot be compared to what is already going on. It doesn't matter who wants to be challenged. What matters more is that these victories are being registered on daily basis. This is why Biafrans must look at it the way it is. That the freedom and the powerful restoration that has been brought before the Biafran people must be seen as a powerful measure of what has been stated. But it all depends on who is ready to face the dancing tunes. Because victory comes from the lads of understanding. So therefore, let me say it the way it is, that the freedom of Biafra must be commenced in accordance of who wants to learn. And by learning I mean this very victory that we all share, that we all presume it is already happening, must happen as fast as possible. Thereby, corrections must be made into the physical knowledge and into the physical realms, where one good turn must deserve another. Biafran victory must be recorded as one of the most important part of its history, because everybody is seeing this very light. Now, based on understanding, we must continue in this path where we ought to see the good news that has come to stay. And by spotting this good news, we have spotted one of the most advanced nations in the world. That the movement of Biafra will no longer be a movement filled with little knowledge. It will definitely be a movement that each and every one of us has agreed to understand feasibly without leaning on things that does not really make sense to our own very body. And that's why Biafrans must, without disrespect, continue to spread this very gospel until it gets to the proper knowledge that truly matters. we appreciate Simon Ekpa for this victory registered.
See, one of the biggest antecedents that we have here is the proclamation of the future of the Biafran people. Because one good turn deserves another. And any time and any day we try to take hold of who we are or what we do, there's going to be retaliation from all round forces. You see, exposition has been made for so long, and everyone is getting to see the futuristic stance that one has always warned about. This is one thing. Yes, and another to remark the beautiful instinct of what must be seen as possible threat. So, as we move into understanding more effectiveness of what Biafran is now standing to be, we must begin to play reliably unto say, one good turn deserves another. There's no way out. There's no way in. But one thing I must say is that as we continue to push through this positivity, as we continue to make a whole lot of sense on what must be given, we should vividly understand that Simon Ekpa has done a very big job. Now, what they are now trying to do now is to reinstate the household of Biafra so that it will look as if, Biafrans themselves do not know what they want or what they truly desire. It is the truth of the matter. But just like I said, every time we try to play in this circle, this referred circle of ours, many people will get hurt. And that is why I'm calling on Biafrans to show a maximum support on their leader. Because that is the gateway of redemption. No strings attached. No two ways above that. Everybody will get to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And once they have seen this light, they will get to know the mercuries behind it. It's only going to take some time, but corrections have started. And whether they like it or not, things will fall into place the way it should. Now, what are these merge that Simon Ekpa has done so far that has made him very popular, even in the eyes of the zoo? Is that every reason given is one reason taken. And by so doing, we get to that self-benefit of holding ourselves into what we want to become. Let's be guided.